Hey everyone, welcome to the wonderful world of CG. Welcome to the CG world. I am your friendly neighborhood 3D artist. In this video tutorial series, I am going to show you how to properly UV unwrap and texture a realistic asset. And not only that, we are also gonna see how to look dev and render the final asset in Maya Arnold, and hopefully also in Blender with cycles. And for texturing, we will be using Substance Painter and Maya for UVing. I also wanted to include the modeling part, but when I actually modeled the asset, this series was not in plan. So, this is the first video on this channel. Every next parts will be uploaded with a certain amount of gaps in between. So make sure you are connected with the channel, ask any questions in the comment section, and please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that it can ring every time I post a new video. So now that's been said, let's get started. One thing I want to mention before we start, the reference image I am using, I got that from one of my teachers. I didn't know the name of the actual creator of the artwork, but then I searched it with Google Lens and I found him. The name of the original creator is Andriy Serik. So we are starting with a small object, this upper part. What I actually do, first I do a camera based and then I cut some of the parts and then I unfold it. So you can see that some of the parts there are some stretches, so cut those parts again and then unfold it again. Okay, so now you can see they're way better than before. So I'm cutting this part again, so now it's a little bit of straight. Now I'm going to do a layout with all three objects, all three shells, and apply. So I unwrap these parts also in the same way. So in this part you can see that there are some issues with the aligning. The left hand part is not aligned properly. Yes, I'm trying to match that thing. It's better to do in a orthographic view, so go to the top view and then try to adjust that thing. Same way, first camera based, then cut some edges, then unfold. Then if you're seeing some stretching in the UVs, then cut on those areas and then unfold it again. So that's the general process. So now this looks quite good. Now I have to do a layout with these two guys. So now these parts are actually duplicate special in an instanced, so that's why we don't have to do both of them. So I'm deleting these parts because unless we are killing some UV space, because those parts are not going to be visible in the renders. Then I'm just transfer attribute, because they are duplicates of the same parts. First select the object you want to transfer the attributes from, and then the other object, then hit apply. The UVs will be applied to these all objects. So in the other parts, I'm also deleting these parts which are not visible. So I think it will be better if we just put these all things in a group and then we duplicate special these things, so the UVs will be automatically transferred. Click -1 on z-axis because that's duplicating towards the z-axis. So now the UVs are transferred. Okay, for this part I want that all the parts should be in one mesh, so I'm converting this thing to one mesh. Mesh, then combine. So here it really have some good UVs, so I'm not doing a camera based, just doing unfold. And for the last command I'm pressing G. Here adding some more cuts. Shift right click and cut. Then again shift right click and unfold. then layouting this all together. Okay, this have to be unfolded. So first we have to make it one mesh because it is now a duplicate mesh. So combine this, guys. Now select the all vertices and then merge vertices. The 0.0040 value actually works very fine to combine the overlapped vertices. So now it's merged. So I'm doing camera based and then adding some cuts, but you can see there are some issues. These parts actually overlap, so we have to just go and manually do that. So I'm just aligning these parts. It's just you have to go there and have to do this all work manually. There are some extra faces, so delete that. So deleted all the extra faces. And then try to align this. Now the Maya was giving very weird rotation here. Pressed F a few times. Now bridge this two edges. Now there is an extra face, so delete it. Now I'm just refining these things. Now I want to use the mirror option so that the vertices can automatically get merged. So now it's a opposite direction, so press minus there. So the middle vertices are all merged, so I don't want that. That's why I'm putting some custom values here. But eventually I stick to the automatic mode. And I stopped where it's going to be merged, so be careful on that. And now it's really looking good. Now it's one object. Now the UV part. First camera based, then adding some cuts, then unfolding, then again some cuts and unfold again. So this button shows that if any of the UVs is stretched. And this button shows that if any of the UVs are flipped. So I'm adding some more cuts here. You can use the symmetry. So that is the general idea, that first you are starting the UV by applying something that can be a camera based, that can be a cylindrical or something else. I prefer to use the camera based because in that case you don't have any seams. So after you click the camera based, then you have some UVs on the UV layout, and then you are adding some cuts and unfolding it. And if you're seeing any stretchings on the mesh, on the UVs, then you can add some other cuts and then unfold again. So that's the general process. So I'm adding some more cards here, then unfold. So now it have some good UVs. See, there is no stretching, so the texture will be really fine on this. We're going to do the textures after the UV is done. So these are some other parts, the same method. So here, because it's a cylinder, so it's have some predefined UV. I'm just unfolding this, but I'm going to use the legacy format for this one, because in some cylinders and boxes the legacy method works pretty well. Select all layout UVs. So here I will just use that transfer attribute tool to quickly transfer the UVs, because they are the same objects. So these are the straps. So I'm doing some manual adjustments. So here, let's see how it works. Cut from here, then unfold it. So see, there are some parts which will not be visible in the renders. So I'm selecting these all parts and then doing a inset. Is first you have to do extrude, then offset, and then you can delete the faces. If some stretching is going on, then go there, cut that part, and again unfold that part. So I'm doing the same thing again and again. Just cut and unfold. So this part is pretty fine. So these parts are unwrapped. I'm doing a soften edge from the mesh display. I'm just changing the angle. So now it's looking good. So see, here is a part which is not be visible, so it is better to delete this. Now there is the other part. Do an unfold, then see where the stretching. So I'm again using the legacy for this. See, it is working quite good with the legacy. Do some manual adjustments if it's needed. So see, here are some stretches. So I am sewing these edges and making new cuts. Then sometimes I do optimize. So here are some issues. Do it correctly. So I'm sewing those edges, then unfold again, then check from all of the angles. Sometimes you have to go back and forth. So I want to soften harden edge. This all of the objects. So because it's a game object, we will pack all the UVs in one UV tile. But I will do it part by part. See, always on the preserve 3D ratio. So let's end this video here. Thanks for watching till the end, and the next part will be uploaded in the next week. Please subscribe to this channel, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. You can comment any of your opinion or can ask any questions. See you in the next video. Cheers.